What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the BullRush Live podcast. My name is Davin, and today we have a very, very special show today. I just wanted to welcome all 35,846 BullRush traders. It's a beautiful day. We've had a lot of news events. The markets have been really crazy, and we've seen a lot of volatility this week. As everybody knows, we have our non-farm payroll event today, so I have a very special guest from D&D Trading School, Rajan Dal, and I'm very excited to hear his analysis and his thoughts on this upcoming news event, and we'll be diving deep into that as soon as that news comes out. Of course, we're going to go over some of our previous competitions. We just had our trivia competition this morning at 8 a.m., so we'll go over some of those winners and some of those results on that. We have our news trading event, which will start at 8:30. So if you're not in that yet, make sure you hop in there. I think there's a few spots left to join that competition. The max is 500 people. So if I look over here, I can actually tell you real quick. Let's see if there is any spots left before I tell you to join. Yes, we have a few more spots left. So if you're not in that news trading competition, that's going to start in 8 minutes and 28 seconds. Hop in there, join that news competition. We got some great prizes. We have 5 prizes we're giving away for that competition. And yeah, let's get right into it. So before I have our friend Raj hop on the call here, let's go over the trivia competition that we had this morning. Nice tradition. Let me switch cameras. So we have the candlestick pattern trivia competition. This was a great one. If you guys didn't catch it, go on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, just go about 2 videos back. If you're watching this on Twitter, go to the link in our bio, hop into our YouTube, and check out our candlestick video that we released, I believe, about a month and a half ago. Great information there. But we got first place. We got Amin 9 with 1,097 points. 15 correct questions. We got second place, we got Kazim with 1,086 points and 15 correct questions. And then we got Punit in third place with 1,074 points and 15 correct questions. Duncan, you said you can't see. Let me check out what's going on. Oh, I see what you're saying. My display capture. Thank you. Sorry about that. There you go. We got Amin, like I said, first, Kazim, second place, and Punit in third place. So congratulations to you guys. Just so you remember, we have these trivia competitions every single week on Friday at 8 a.m. on the dot. You must be live to join this competition. So if you're not live, if you're not there when the competition starts, you missed out. Just if you don't know, you're rewarded on how fast you answer the questions and how many questions you get right. So that's why when you look in here, you see some people, like, for example, 7th place, Bungi, only got 14 questions right, but he's ahead of some of the people like this 8th placer who got 15 questions right, probably because he answered them quicker. If you remember last week, we went over the trivia competition. I think first place had like 16 questions right, and then the second and third placers had like 18 or 19 questions right, but first place was just answering them very, very, very fast. What's up, Master Trade for Best? How are you doing, brother? Always good to see you. Good morning. What's up, Duncan? How are you doing? And Breaking News Network, how are you guys doing? Excited to see all you guys. Happy to see all you guys. And yeah, we have a great stream. Like I said, we have some news events of obviously the non-farm payroll. We're going to talk a little bit about rupee, some news on the rupee this month. And then, of course, we have some big news out of MicroStrategy. We have a huge rebrand coming from them, as well as some more updates on their buying patterns. So we'll be going over all that here shortly as well. One more thing that I wanted to shout out while I have everybody here, our big competition we have coming up here. Everybody has been asking for it, our 750K Trade House Funds competition. Now, if you've been following BullRush for a while, you know we're not a prop firm, hashtag not a prop firm, but this is one of our first sponsored competitions. It's by a great prop firm called Trade House Funds, and they're going to be giving away $750,000 worth of funded challenges from their site. So first place is going to get a $250,000 funded challenge. Second and third place are going to get $100,000 challenges. Fourth through sixth are going to get $500,000 challenges. Seventh through 12th place is going to get $25,000 challenges. And then everybody from first place to 100th is going to get 100 credits. So very good. Biggest prize pool to date that we've ever had. The next biggest one we've ever had besides this one was our launch competition, which had a $10,000 prize pool cash, but of course $750,000 funded challenges. The opportunity there to just double, triple, quadruple your money. And, this is a free competition to enter. So, you have the opportunity to win if you get first place, a $250,000 challenge account just for being a good trader. And of course, if anybody knows our rules with our dynamic drawdown and everything, the gamblers aren't going to win this. It's going to be the best trader. So without any further ado, I've been very excited to introduce my guest here. Rajan has been Rajan is the director of trading and the trading coach over at D&D Trading School. He has 14 years of experience working at FX Street, Zero Hedge, Society of Technical Analysts, TradingView, New Squawk, and Kitco. 5+ years of coaching and managing traders with a specialization in trading strategies or performance coaching. And we love that trading psychology. We're really big here on trading psychology at BullRush. So let me get my headphones on so I can hear him. And without further ado, Rajan Dal. How are you doing today, Rajan? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Thank you. Yeah, no, I've been very excited. I've been checking out D&D Trading School. You guys are doing some really, really great things over there, and you guys have some really great educational materials over there. And I've been very excited to talk as a economics major myself. I like I like getting into the analytics of these things, and I like following these news events. So I'm excited to hear your trader's perspective of these news events coming up. So I. Yeah. So, I gave a little bit of history, but do you want to tell us a little bit about D&D Trading School and your role there and what you do? Oh yeah. One thing. So I traditionally, I never really traded forex or stocks too much. I was always big in crypto. I day traded crypto for a while, and I've always been trading crypto a lot. So getting into the FX space. I mean, crypto is international, but just seeing the community here in forex and seeing how international and how interactive it all is really cool for me. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
It just kind of came in a bit flat. It was a bit of a damp squid last Friday. So these job numbers are important. If we come in lower than expectations, that's technically potentially a good thing for the stock market, because obviously if we come in lower, then that may force the Fed to cut interest rates to help support the job market and make sure that the labor market remains strong. So don't only think that this number is positive, is good for stocks. A negative number could force the Fed to act at some stage to cut interest rates, which is obviously frees up more capital for people to trade in stocks. And whenever we hear anything about cutting, it's usually a good idea. Now, just quickly, the Fed's futures funds, we watch this really carefully. At the moment, the probability of a rate cut at the next Fed meeting is pretty low. So it's 19th of March is the next Fed meeting, and we're expected to stay between 4.25 and 4.5%, 85% likely in terms of probability. And at the moment, 14.5% of a cut. So it's very, very low likely that we're going to get a cut. So we need to watch how those metrics change. That's the main thing about what we're doing today.
Yeah, yeah, great. Yeah, so I know that right now the forecasted is
All numbers come in low. It's 143. So 143K with expectations of 169K. So the number has come in low.
oh wow, yours
So
came
this
in
will,
quick. Oh no, yeah, now I got it. 143. Mine was a
I've
little
got my
slow to
new
update.
So we've seen a spike up in gold. So that's one thing that we were looking at. I'm just going to go and check SPY,
Did you want to share your
and
screen? I can pull up your screen if
yeah,
you'd like.
let's do it. Do you want me to click the share button?
Yep, just hit click share screen and I'll be able to share your screen here.
There we go. Cool. I've got that up there already, right? So I'll go back to the gold chart for you.
Give me 1 second.
And I used this one on ice. So these are my levels. So we've come back up. We've just spiked at my level, my resistance zone, and it's come back down at the moment. So the initial reaction was a really, really strong positive reaction in gold. So we'll keep an eye on that. VIX, there's not too much movement yet. On my SPY, I just need to add the extended hours. So give me a second. So we've seen a move down at the moment in stocks. So we'll just keep an eye on this chart for a few seconds. The biggest, obviously, moves are going to come in interest rates. So you saw that the interest rate futures market. So I've got the yields up. They dropped down very heavily, which is technically a positive for the stock market. So we need to just keep an eye on whether that's going to continue. So this could be a really interesting session in the afternoon for stocks here. I'm just going to run through some of the other numbers,
Of course.
just so you guys know. So average hourly earnings, that came in positive, which was the one that I was having to tell you about just in regards to matching inflation. So that's come up at 0.5% with 0.3% expectation. So much bigger than expectations. Unemployment rate is also lower. That's gone down to 4% now, which is very, very positive for the Fed. So although the non-farm payrolls number has come in lower than expectations, the other two metrics that traders are going to be looking at very heavily, which is average hourly earnings month on month and unemployment, they've come in positive for the Fed. So don't just listen to the non-farm payrolls number on its own. I hope that makes sense to you, Davin.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, I'm tracking. That's really good. A lot of good information there. Um, we actually do just we got a question in from our live chat here from somebody, and Duncan from Twitter asked, what asset do you like to trade the most, typically? I know it's a little off topic there, but
No, it's absolutely fine. So on my charts, I keep this big seven list, the Mag Seven. I trade these ones the most, so Nvidia, Tesla, Amazon, Google, Apple, Microsoft, and Meta. Basically, because the size that I trade, the volume that's in that market, it enables me to get in and out, without any issues. So that they're my favorite to trade really,
so
just because of the volume and the way that they move.
So trading, you mentioned a lot of these, pretty much mostly tech stocks there. How have you reacted with the deep sea things and all that volatility coming from the deep sea new releases?
Yeah, it was amazing, like in the sense that to try and catch a short. So I'll just show you what I put up on my video charts in general. So I'm just going to get this and show you how I look at the charts. So I look at the charts with side by side with a 5 minute along with a daily, kind of like this. So
Mm-hmm.
when we break below and we move down, I'm normally like my bias is generally short, but obviously since the understanding of DeepSeek and how it all works has come out, we've seen this nice move up. So I try and as long as we're getting and staying above the moving averages, and we're trying to get up, my bias is generally a long position here. But in fairness, I've been focusing a lot more on Meta these past few days, because you can see like we're having day upon day upon day of positive price action. So again, as long as I'm then matching my longer term chart with my shorter term chart, as soon as I get into these areas, like this day here would be a perfect one for me, the February the 5th there. And then even today, look, we're expected to open higher and above the moving average.
Yeah.
We're already above the moving average in a positive position. This would be more my style of trade, because of the way the sentiment is matching what's going on. Nvidia has been a bit choppy. I've not got definitive answers in the video, so
Yeah.
I kind of steer clear. But it's definitely a great chart. I do love where it's heading, and how that whole deep seek thing has made it react. Because if we go long term, it needed a consolidation pullback. That was relentless, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I've seen a lot of yeah. I've been tracking this, and it's just even just I use AI a lot just on the actual technology aspect of it, and
Yeah.
the battle between the two, ChatGPT and DeepSeek has been crazy. My actually next question, and someone in the chat asked this as well, is how do you think the Trump tariffs will impact the markets? I know that with Nvidia specifically, a lot of their competitors will have a lot higher prices and everything with the imports of chips. So how do you think just overall with all your assets that you trade, how do you think those incoming tariffs will impact the markets for you?
Yeah, so we've done quite a lot of analysis on this, in terms of the tariffs and how they're set. So US GDP, a lot of the tariffs only hit US GDP by less than 1%. But on Canada and Mexico's end, it actually hits them hugely, massively. So we're talking about, like 25% of their GDP is reliant on American consumption.
Hmm.
So I would probably look at it, trading like MXN and dollar CAD. That they're ways to trade it really well. In terms of the actual companies like Ford, General Motors, a lot of their business, a lot of their manufacturing is done in countries that are going to be tariffed. So my favorite way to look at it is Meta and Netflix. They're not going to be, they're online, they're in the cloud, they're on the internet. They're not going to be hit by any of these tariffs. But then you've got the other end, which is the General Motors, the Fords, the pharmaceutical companies, all of this kind of stuff. They are definitely going to be hit. So pick and choose the sector rotation of where the money's going to flow. The money will flow into Facebook, it will flow into Netflix, but it will come out of places like Ford, General Motors, places like that, even pharmaceutical companies, because a lot of their manufacturing is done in China,
Hmm.
and then it will flow into the right zones, and it will balance out in the right way. That is how I'm trading it, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you typically are you heavy on trading news events? I know some people prefer to trade right on the news event. Some people typically trade after the news event. Are you a big fan of trading news events?
Yeah, it depends what the event is. So inflation data, yeah. So if I wouldn't call myself a perma bull, but I'm naturally more bullish on stocks. So if I gather the data that makes me think that inflation is going to come in lower than expectations, and that the asymmetric risk to reward is on the right side, I will place a speculative trade. My trades are always very controlled. I take the same amount of risk for every trade, but I'm very happy to speculate on half risk for a position on a news event. Never really full risk, but half risk, yeah, I'll definitely do.
Nice, nice. Yeah. Um, well, it's been really great conversation here. I always like to ask people, with BullRush being one of the big things we have is we want to create a good, safe place to learn and improve strategies for brand new traders. I always like to ask everybody, what's like the biggest piece of advice you could give to somebody if I just started trading this week and I just started learning and trying to figure out what strategy works for me? What's the number one piece of advice you could give to a new trader?
Yeah, so there's three things that I think make a good trader. So the first thing I would say before that is pick one strategy and run one strategy. Don't strategy hop, because that just confuses people. It makes things really, really difficult. So pick one strategy that's quantifiable and stick with it. Then when you've done that, you need consistency, you need determination, and you need to be able to just let the results play out, because it's so easy to tinker around with trades and stuff. So the psychology, system, and the risk management, those three things are what makes a good trader, and they're all just as important as each other. There's no one thing that's more important than each other with that.
Yeah, I'd agree 100%. I mean, being here at BullRush, I talk to hundreds of traders. I interview a lot of our winners, and talking to a lot of people here. That's one of the biggest issues here. Oh, fire alarm going off. Sorry. I think it's a test. I think if you start seeing fire behind me, just let me know. I think it's a test.
I'll call 911 for you.
Yeah, yeah. But I was gonna say, one thing that I see almost every single person that has kind of turned their trading journey around, and one of the big issues that most people do is just that strategy hopping. Is kills people. Maybe someone might start a new strategy, or try something out, and they might make some money one day, and then as soon as they lose money, they go to a new strategy instead of just refining that strategy. And now they're just living that repeat cycle of, oh, this works for one day it doesn't work,
Yeah.
new strategy, and then they have to keep relearning and keep relearning, and they don't have that time to excuse me, that they don't have that time to refine the strategy, and actually perfect it. And most professional traders and educators like you, like that, like I talked to, like you, just say they only trade one strategy, or just a handful of assets. And the two biggest things is, yeah, strategy jumping that I see, and people trying to trade every single asset in the market.
I completely agree with you. I mean, if I've been trading, it's 16 years I've been trading now, right?
Yeah.
And if I show people how ridiculously simple my strategy is, they would not believe it. Like, to be honest, I take one trade every day, and it's so simple, and it works. And I win 50% of the time,
Yep.
and my risk to reward is positive. So I always aim for 2 to 1 risk to reward, and
Mm-hmm.
that's literally all you need. You don't need to have it complicated. The hard part is what's between your ears.
Yep. Yep. And I think, and that what you just said, you win, you have a 50% win rate, like you just said. That's something like, I haven't been trading for a long time. Like I said, I started trading crypto when I was in college. So, I've only been in the trading space for maybe 6 years now, 7 years now. And, in my head, mentally, and you're really big on trading psychology. I know that's one of your specialties. Is psychologically, I think I have to be like, to be a successful trader, to do trading full time. I need to have a 75-80% win rate, because if I don't, then I'm not a good trader. But having a 50% win rate, as long as you have your risk to reward set right, and most people just have, not most, but I see a lot of people who have those even. And it's like, you can't have your risk and reward even, and then think that you're gonna make, you're gonna do this for a living. And yeah, it's
Mm.
I've learned a lot about what not to do being
Good.
here.
No, but that's the journey, right? That is the
Exactly.
journey. Like, if you go and study some of the world's best hedge funds ever, I've seen some hedge funds perform really, really well with 35% win rates, because they hold on to their trades, they compound onto their trades, they do really, really well. So each to their own. We've got to work out what suits us and our personalities, 100%.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, Well, I know we have some news that we'll announce here in the future, between us, D&D and BullRush, and we'll talk about that in the future. But I'm really excited to announce that in the future, and I think that's going to be a really big thing. And it's been really great talking to you. I learned a lot. And for anybody that doesn't know, let me just pull up your website here. D&D Trading is a great trading education trading school. Sorry, trading school. Of course, you can learn right from Raj, and I know you guys have a few different instructors there, and people posting educational content. You guys also, I checked out your YouTube, got some great videos on YouTube, and of course check out your guys' Instagram. But it's been great talking to you, Raj. Is there anything else
Thank
you want
you,
to
guys.
talk to the people, tell the people before we go here?
Yeah, like like we call ourselves a trading school, but like we're really a community. Like, everybody brings something to the table that's there. We do one-on-one coaching sessions, we do meetups, we've got our live chat room. Where all of our trades are placed live. In front of everyone, win or lose. So like we are really just generally a community, and something like Bull Rush is perfect, because we're gonna obviously bring this to our community as well. And it's just such a it's just we're here to empower and help the traders. That's it.
Yep. Yep, I see you're live trading in coffee. I love that. I love that. That's a great idea
Yeah.
there. So if you're in England, then make sure you join their next event and have a
Yeah,
coffee with
wicked.
Raj. Well, it's been great talking to you, Raj. Can't
Thank
wait till the
you.
next time. I'm
Cheers.
sure we'll talk more, and you're gonna see a lot more from BullRush and D&D trading in the future. So yep, have a great day.
Thank you. Cheers, Chad.
Yep,
Bye bye.
cheers.
Bye.
Bye
Cheers,
bye.
Sarah.
Well, that was great. I know I enjoyed. I enjoyed talking to Raj. I learned a lot there, and I'm sure Ooh. Sorry, Master Trades for Best. I just saw your question. I can give my unexpert opinion. I'm sorry. If you do want to ask Raj this, I will go on his website and contact him there, or on their social media, and I'm sure he'll answer this. But I think short term, yes, it could weaken the U.S. dollar, but I think long term, if everything goes how the big man in charge says it's going to go, I think it could strengthen the U.S. dollar overall. But yeah, I think short term, yeah, it could weaken the U.S. dollar. Long term, and when I say long term, 5 years from now, I think it could strengthen it. But again, it's really unknown, especially with how the news is right now. It's a lot of negotiating. It's a lot of back and forth. It's a lot of just threats and stuff. So, we don't really know exactly what the tariffs are, or what exactly is going to happen with the tariffs, and how our spending power here in the U.S. is gonna be affected. But, I think my prediction would be short term, it's going to be some hard times. It's going to weaken the dollar, but long term, it should be good. It should be good. So let's I think I got it. We got a quick word from Trent, our CEO here. So let me pull him up real quick, and then I'll be right back with some news, and we're going to hop into the news trading competition really quick.
Welcome to BullRush Trading Competitions, where the thrill of trading meets the excitement of competitions. Are you ready to win big cash prizes? Well, come compete with BullRush, where you have the ability on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis to win real cash prizes. At BullRush, we believe that trading competitions should be challenging and rewarding at the same time. You'll join an elite